What's going on, guys? My name is Volcanic here, bringing you patch 6.10 rundown. Now, stay tuned. Today there will be two videos. There's going to be the patch 6.10 as well as the first episode of the League of Legends 101 series. If you want to check that out, I'll make sure to put that link in the description below. That's going to be some tips with farming and stuff like that to get the last hit, most gold, that kind of stuff. So if you're just now getting into League of Legends, make sure you check that out. Okay, so we're just going to go through this. I'm going to read a lot of them, give my reviews of everything. So as far as the champions spot, they did add in Taliyah. I'm not really going to watch the champion spotlight or anything if you want to see that. I'll put the link to the champion spotlight and one of the other ones here in the description below. I've seen a lot of reviews with her as well as some gameplay. She's really good. It's one of those, it's a really good, she's meant really for mid because she's a mage, but I see her as a good jungle, especially with her ult. It's really able to sit there and pull in ganks really quickly as well as stop fights. Alright, next we have Alistar. His Unbreakable Wheel, which is his ult, they reduced it to, instead of 70% at all ranks, it's down to 50, 60, and 70% through the levels. Anivia, her ult, which is the Spinning Glacial Storm, reduced her mana cost. The cast range was increased, which was really good. You're able to get a lot more people in there. I know it was kind of small range whenever before it, and then the initial radius, it was increased. Using Ziona's Hourglass no longer interrupts Glacial Storm. That is good. Next we have Ari Lion Soul. Trust me, I have no idea how to say that. If you missed out on my One for All episode, I'll put that in the description below. I played against 5 of these things, brand new. Pretty cool champion overall. They upped the cooldown seconds, so up the cooldown seconds of the W, as well as decreased the damage of the ult. Cassiopeia upgraded her range. They savor the moment. Noxious blast movement speed, no longer decay. Poisoned. Okay, Fiddlesticks. After 5 seconds of not moving, Fiddlesticks becomes a Scarecrow. That should be interesting to see. That I feel like that's a passive, but I want to know if that's like a Teemo thing. Like if you pause, if he becomes a Scarecrow, if he's invulnerable or if he goes invisible, you know, that kind of thing. So I will go ahead and probably add that to the end of the video. I'll go in, I'll do a custom game, and I'll show what that is. So, and then his E number of bounces was reduced by 1. Fizz, they removed Shark Bait. Cleansing Chum, the water slow, no longer detaches the shark from the target. I don't really know what that is, but I know Fizz's ult kind of gets annoying sometimes. Alawi, one of the new ones too. They've added a couple new ones since I've played. Reduce, it just has a base 4-second cooldown on her W. Jinx. Switcheroo, or Q, the base attack speed was increased for the Fishbones, and then the Fishbones attack speed penalty was increased to 25%, which I don't really like. I mean, her base attack speed is already pretty high, as well as her attack speed penalty. Might even out and might not. Malzahar, I was playing with a bunch of guys, and we were talking about how Malzahar and Bran kind of got OP with one of the last updates. So they they added in levels of cooldown for his passive, as well as cooldown indicators now also shown on the buff bar. Okay, I mean, that's pretty cool. Adds in, it's really helpful. Master Yi W Meditate takes 0.25 ability per second. So I don't know if they changed his W to a heal or to increase ability power. I don't know. We'll see. His E, they up the damage on the hits. Nocturne, his passive now additionally scales with 0.15 ability power per hit, which is good. Shyvana, Burnout now additionally scales with 0.1 ability power per second, and now additionally scales with 0.025 ability power on hit. Okay, so who is Swain? His Q now executes minions below 10 health. That is very good. That's very good whenever it comes to farming. You get them down quick, pop it, done. Fix a bug where spell effects like Rayleigh's Crystal Scepter and Lydri's Torment weren't applying properly. Good, they're fixing bugs. And his ult, the Ravenous Flock, instead of a base 75% damage dealt, now it scales per level, as well as that's healing versus champions, and healing versus monsters also scales per level. Now prioritizes targets closest to Swain instead of picking them at random. Still prioritizes champions over non-champions. Okay, that's fantastic. Tarek's ultimate Cosmic Radiance added a brighter particle that plays when units affected by Cosmic Radiance become invulnerable. Okay, good. So it's making it easier for people to see. Undying Rage minimum health is, I guess they added? No, as like, okay, so I guess that's how much it's added per level. No longer heals Tryndamere to 3% of his maximum health if he was below that when Undying Rage ends. Well, that's good. It makes him less easy to just jump in, pop an ult, kill a couple people, run away, and then able to sit there. Vel'Koz's passive, Organic Disruption, they up the ability power by 0.01, and his ult, they up the ability power on that by 0.25. Vladimir, Transfusion, Crimson Rush Particles now delays until just before transfusion becomes available. It's fantastic. Releasing Tides of Blood no longer prematurely cancels Seguini Pool. I don't know what Seguini Pool is, but I hope that works out for people who play him. I don't even own him. I've never played him. I will whenever I do the champion review. I will have to get him and play him. So, and his ultimate is, instead of a flat rate of 50% of the damage dealt, it is now scaled per level. And then finally with the champions, Zyra, and her passive can be stepped on for a second after spawning. And then, yeah, I've never played her, so I don't really know where that is. Splash updates. Now, I won't have these on the screen. I'll go ahead and save these and just flash them on the screen. Buccaneer Tristana. I have that. I like that. Earnest Elf Tristana. Oh, that's cute. Firefighter Tristana. Narilla Tristana. Riot Girl Tristana. And then Rocket Girl Tristana. Alright, so all of Tristana's updates have been, splash art has been updated. So I'll make sure to splash all that on the screen so that you don't have to see it on my small screen. So now on to updates with Summoner's Rift. Jungle respawn timers. They reduced the size of the red and blue minimap respawn icons, which is good, taking up less map space. The first minion wave should no longer grab an enemy ranged minion as a target randomly. Mountain Drake no longer amplifies true damage, including smite. Then Ocean Drake restores 4, 8, 12% of your missing health and mana every 8 seconds if not damaged by a champion or tower in the last 5 seconds. Turrets now additionally absorb 66% of true damage when the backdoor bonus is in effect. So I think the backdoor bonus applies to the very beginning. Now we're on to items. Enchantment, the Blade Razor. They increase the attack speed and increase the target's maximum health. Summoner spells. So Barrier cooldown has reduced 180 seconds. That's lovely. And then Ghost is reduced down to 180, as well as instead of a flat 27% of the movement speed, it now updates by level. Dynamic Q. Rolling out later this patch, several adjustments and improvements targeting high MMR matchmaking in Dynamic Q. Our goals is lowering queue times and improving match quality above Diamond tier with a set of solutions addressing those two issues. We will share more during this patch. Which, that's really, really nice, except for people who are below Diamond tier. Kind of just screw us. And Champions Masteries. Champion Mastery levels 6 and 7 are coming this patch. Masteries levels 6 and 7 better emphasize skill by requiring 5 upgrades from match-made games. Earn new Mastery badge emotes, loading screen, border flags, and announcement banner upgrades for each level. Earn Mastery 6 tokens for S-, S, and S plus games with champions that are Mastery level 5. And earn Mastery 7 tokens for S and S plus games with champions that are Mastery level 6. Combine Mastery tokens for specific champ with that champ's crafting shard, permanent loot, or blue essence to unlock their Mastery level. We're adding a new mystery champ item to the store for RP or IP in a future patch that'll help offset the RNG of finding champ shards and permanent chests. That is going to be amazing. A lot of people will just go ahead and buy it, but I'm not really big into buying things with games, so I might not. Bug fixes. Fixed a false error message that occurred when entering a game lobby. Fixed final boss Veger's Q no longer turns units invisible when killing them. Well, I mean, I would have kept that. Fixed a number of interactions with Cassiopeia's W, ground a debuff. Varys' Q no longer occasionally deals damage against spell-shielded targets. Annie's R cooldown no longer resets to full if Tippers lives past the end of the ability's cooldown. Frozen Heart's aura no longer pops. Malzahar's passive fixed a bug where Ari's W could spawn less than 3 flames if it casts at the same time as Ari uses flash. Zig's passive cooldown is now properly reduced when casting spells while W is active. Fixed a bug where Zira's Q could cause a wrong seeds to spawn Thorn Spitters. Fixed a bug where flat armor reduction effects, example Nasus Z, reduce jungle monsters' armor by more than the intended amount as monster stats scaled over time. The lifeline cooldown of Stark's Gauge no longer resets to full after the Stark's Fury buff expires. Fix a bug where the ZZ Rock portals void spawn or ignoring minions. And finally, restoring Culling Vagar's vintage border for players who own him as a limited skin. And finally, updated skins that are coming out. I will save these and flash these on the screen as well. Freylord Taliyah, Super Galaxy Fizz, Super Galaxy Kindred, and Super Galaxy Shivia. Alright guys, so that'll be it for the patch 6.10 rundown. If you did enjoy any of this, make sure you do leave a like. Make sure you check out the second video that's coming out today, as well as any other video that's on the channel. Make sure you leave in the comments below if there's anything that I need to change as far as editing, recording, how I do all this. So make sure you add in your constructive criticism because I really want us to really work together towards this. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed. My name is Volcanic, and I hope you all stay molten. Peace.